All right, we're going to get started now. Thanks for joining today. My name is Derek Major. I'm with Eligio CRM, and today we're doing a sugar demo. Every week we do a little bit different of a demonstration for you. So tune in every week. We kind of change it up. And this week, of course, we're going to change it up, and we're going to focus on the mobile pieces of sugar and what sugar has to offer in the mobile space, specifically on the iPad. So today we're going to do a bit of an overview on the iPad application for Sugar CRM. So on my desktop here, I'm actually sharing my iPad to my Mac here so that you can see it. So as you can see, I'm in my iPad right now. I'm just going to go ahead and tap open the Sugar application here. So it's a little bit different feel than what you have on the web application. It's more optimized for what you're doing on your iPad. It's designed to be easy to use and intuitive, and as well, it brings a lot of the features that you've expected inside of Sugars. But if you've never used Sugar, I can tell you now that a lot of our customers now are starting to exclusively use the iPad app as their day-to-day, especially mobile sales forces. If you have salespeople are out on the road, all those kinds of examples, people are really embracing the mobile pieces just because it's a little more lightweight. It's a little easier for people to pick up too, especially if you have a sales team that's not really inclined to get on board with technology. And I'm sure if you're going through an implementation now or just looking at it, that could be one of the concerns you're going through. So this could be a great alternative for companies looking to increase adoption with their implementations. So right now, as you can see on my screen, we have the activity stream for Sugar all set up for you. I'm just going to point out a few things on here. Along the left-hand side is the actual menu bar, all of the modules inside of Sugar. This can be customized inside of the administrator to determine what's displayed and what's not displayed. And of course, if you're using role management to set up permissions and viewing rights, that will carry over into the Sugar mobile applications as well. So fear not, no matter what you do with the application, it will respond exactly like it does on the web version through your desktop and browser. So if we were to kind of take a look here, I'm just going to scroll up, and if we click on a name here, this is where we can start opening up features and taking a look at what's going on with the application. Clicking at the top brings up, by clicking on the name, or typically if you loaded your image, it'll appear at the top left. You just click on that, and that brings up information on who you are inside of side of Sugar here. Now, as we kind of move down the list here, the next option we have is your actual homepage, your dashboard inside of Sugar CRM. What it does, it actually carries over all of your dashboards from your desktop version right into the mobile app. So if you're used to using your dashboard on the web browser, it's carried over for you as well. So if I were to tap on activity tasks, this will pull up all my activity tasks right from the screen here. And it's the exact same dashboard that you're used to on the desktop version. So now if we tap back to the dashboard, we have all of our other options here too, everything right up to pipeline. So if I want to actually pull up my pipeline to see what where I'm at with things is from a sales perspective, I can do that from here too. You can also swipe from left to right and pull up different dashboards throughout the application too. For instance, I have my list of my top contacts. If I move, I can have history of any calls that we've had recently. As we can see on here, though, this is sample data, so there's not a ton of stuff on there for some of these modules, but it kind of gives you an idea of how you can actually incorporate your dashboards when you're out on the road. Now, if we open up the menu bar on the left again here, we can see that we have a list of different modules available to us as well. The global search, if I were to click on this lets me search all the information inside of Sugar, but it'll also show you any of the most recent records that you've looked at. So there's everything from different opportunities to different leads and things that have been recently edited so that I can see that at a quick glance. The next option is the activity stream that we started off with. But then as we start moving down the list, we start getting into all the different modules that are available for Sugar. So for instance, we have the accounts module. So this is identical to what you're used to on the desktop version. So I can go in here and I can do a search, or I can click on the little magnifying glass in the top right. I can do a quick search for JVC, and that will filter down any of the results and allow me to click on the record. I can also click the plus button to actually create a test account right on the fly, right from the application. So if we say test account here, and then we can move down and type in phone numbers and whatnot, and of course we can just click save or tap save to actually create the test account just like that inside the application. Now, of course, we can tap down the view. As you can see on here, and this, since we're using the iPad, which is taking advantage of the more of the real estate on the screen here, but you can see in the left-hand column we have a list of all of our accounts, and then on the right-hand side is our account information for the active account we're looking at. And there's a number of cool things you can do here. First of all, you'll notice the dashboards are here too. So these dashboards at the bottom have to do with the account that we're looking at. It's not specifically to do with overall, but it's everything to do with JBC Bank, and you can see that from the top here under Account JBC Bank. But now if we pop back, I can do a few other things too. I can see that related information, just like we would see in Sugar, any related meetings, I can click on that to see what related meetings we have, any upcoming tasks or any tasks we've completed, and I can tap on them to get more information. I can always go back. I can scroll down and see leads, opportunities, everything right from one view. And the activity stream is specific to everything to do with this particular account too. So it really gives you a quick and easy way to see what information is going on with this particular account. Now if you look at the top half here where it says JBC Bank, I can now just open it up here to get more detailed information. But you'll notice in the top right I can hit the pencil and then I can go update information as I need to as well. All of these views can be customized, so you can specify what information people can update mobile and what they cannot update on the mobile. So there's certain fields that you might not want someone updating. That could be totally up to you. Now, you'll notice here there's a bit of an action pane, which gives us a few different options that we can work with. For instance, a phone call, we can tap on the call button, and what it'll do is it'll call the phone number on record for us. And the cool thing is when you actually complete the call, if you're using it on your cell phone, for instance, and the view is very similar on the cell phone, but the cool thing with the cell phone is it'll actually record a call record under the related records here. So you'll actually have a call record created automatically based off your phone call action inside of the app. SMS will let you automatically pull up a text message. The map feature, if we just tap on map, it'll let you, when you want to do a billing address, and then it'll just pop up and it'll actually bring up maps and actually bring out the address information right on the map application for you too. So there's pretty easy ways to navigate and use some of the features on here. Of course, the web will open up Safari and take you to the website. So there's lots of great things you can do as far as navigating through the app and taking advantage of what iOS and Android can do with your phone there. So now as you kind of move through the application too, you'll see everything's very uniform, just like you'd find in Sugar and expect from Sugar. All this information is just really easy to use and really easy to edit things as well. So if I want to go in here and make a note on this particular lead, all I would need to do is go down to Notes down here and just tap on Notes, and then I can capture some information. So what I'm going to do quickly is I have a keyboard paired to my iPad, so I'm just going to turn that off. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go in here and we're going to take advantage of what Siri can do for us. So if you haven't used the mobile app before, this is something pretty cool, is where you can turn on Siri. So let's go ahead and get Siri right now. We are recording a test on SugarCRM mobile app right now. It looks like it translates syrup, but close enough. But as you can see, you can actually take advantage of what Siri can do inside of Sugar as well. If you're on your Android, you can also take advantage of the Google Now, which will let you do the same thing, the same concept. So you could say test note on here. So you can do that kind of thing. The other cool thing is you can go on here and do a quick attachment if you want to do a photo. You can actually take a photo or put an attachment from any of your files. Like we use Google Drive, so I can attach a Google Doc in here too. Take a photo, whatever you want, and that can be attached inside of the note record too. And that will be uploaded to your Sugar instance, so you can also access that on the web too. So you have a few different options. So we'll just click on Save right now to save the note. We can see now if we go back to our account record for Mary Jensen, we can see down here the notes there now. So there's lots of flexible ways to take advantage of the mobile stuff. I find that the speech to text is really popular and a really great way for people to capture information on here on the fly. So if you're getting into your car, you just had a great meeting with a potential prospect, you can just fire up the mobile app and just read back to Siri or to Google Now, and it'll automatically update the information for you. So, and I mean, as we tap through the application and the different records, like you can see everything's pretty uniform, just like you'd expect inside of Sugar and all that. So, and tapping through things is really easy. Cases modules, so you can pull up case information for clients. Everything is really tracked in here. Now, some other cool things I'm going to point out too is under the reports. So, any reports that you create in Sugar, you have access to them right inside of Sugar. So I can go in here, accounts by type industry, and from here I can tap on file, and it'll open up the PDF right on the application. So this will work whether you're in your mobile, your cell phone, like iOS or Android, or on a tablet. They both work really great. So if you need to pull up quick information from any of your reports, you can do that with a couple taps of your screen, and all that information is available to you. So there's some pretty great ways to utilize some of the reporting tools and features inside of Sugar to make sure you get information quickly and easily. So that's kind of a quick overview on the mobile side things of SugarCRM. It's a very useful app that we use quite a bit. The mobile phone primarily, and you're starting to find a lot of people using the tablet versions of this stuff too. It's just easier to carry around the tablets and use them when you're out on the road and whatnot. So if you're a bit of a road warrior, or your staff are a bunch of road warriors, and this is a great way for you to get them more engaged with the CRM applications within your business. And some of the cool things I'll point out before we wrap up too is the pieces with Sugar's new feature for enterprise and ultimate customers is that you can actually customize the app with your own branding and colors. Which is basically you get the code just no different than how we do it with the Sugar application itself. But what we're doing, Sugar is allowing us to do now, is to actually place your logo and put it in a private app store where no longer is it just a Sugar app, but you can really brand it and tailor it to your own organization's colors and logos. So your icon would appear on the iPad app when your staff are about to load that onto their phones. There's also some features for larger organizations where you have different remote management capabilities for your mobile phones and whatnot that you can actually deploy automatically. So there's some cool features there too as far as the mobile pieces go. So that's really that's an overview on the pieces around the iPad app for SugarCRM. I hope you enjoyed this, and of course you can always catch this on YouTube here later this week. Have a great day, and we'll talk later.